All right, welcome back. We are on day 4 of ACT Prep Unit 5, Coordinate Geometry. Today we're going to talk about graphing systems of inequalities in the coordinate plane. All right, so graphing systems of inequalities on the coordinate plane. An inequality is shown as a region on the coordinate plane. Inequalities containing the or equal to, so less than or equal to or greater than or equal to, have a solid line boundary. Inequalities containing no or equal to, in other words, just less than or just greater than, they have a dotted line boundary. Okay? To graph an inequality on the coordinate plane, graph the related equation to show the boundary line. And again, just like we did when we graphed equations, you're going to get y alone and use m and b. But when you connect the dots, you've got to do either solid or dotted, and this tells you which one to use. If there's bars, you connect with a solid line. No bars, you connect with a dotted line. And then it says pick a point on one side of the boundary line and plug it in. If the point satisfies the inequality, shade that region. If it does not, then shade the other side of the boundary. Okay? Graphing two inequalities on the coordinate plane. When you graph each inequality separately, and then the portion of the shaded region common to both, in other words, where the shadings overlap, will be the solution to the system. Okay, so to graph this, well, first of all, we're going to get y alone. So minus 3x minus 3x, I have 2y less than or equal to negative 3x plus 9. Divide by 2, divide by 2, divide by 2. I get y is less than or equal to negative 3 halves x plus 4.5. So this says I'm going to start at 4.5, right? There's B. I go to the 4.5 floor. He's not there. The monkey says go down 3 and over 2. Everything's the same as if that was an equal sign. Now is where it changes. You got to decide how to connect those dots. You're either going to connect solid or you're going to connect dotted. Because there's a bar, we use solid. So I connect with a solid line. Okay, and then you have to decide which side of that boundary to shade. You're either going to shade above it or you're going to shade below it. Well, they want you to test a point, and it's smart to do that. But I promise, if you get y alone and you don't screw it up, if it's pointing at the y, you're going to shade below. If it's eating the y, then you would shade above. But it is smart to test a point. If I can, in other words, unless I actually hit 0, 0, unless my boundary goes through 0, 0, I always test 0, 0 because it makes the math extremely easy. So if I change x and y to 0 in the original problem, I have 3 times 0 plus 2 times 0 less than or equal to 9. That's 0. Is 0 less than or equal to 9? Yes, it's true. So wherever 0, 0 is where I shade. And since, again, it was below, I shade below. Okay? All right, this one, we've got two that they want us to graph in the same coordinate plane. Well, you still are going to have to get y alone. So my first one, I'm going to minus 3x minus 3x. That gives me 2y is less than or equal to negative 3x plus 9. Well, it's the same equation. Oh, well. Divide by 2, divide by 2, divide by 2. Y is less than or equal to negative 3 halves x plus 4.5. Okay, so I'm going to start at 4.5 and go down 3 over 2. Decide your line. The bar means I'm going to use solid, so connect solid. And it's pointing at y, which means I'm going to shade below, but you should test your 0, 0. I'm not going to this time because we just did on the last page. It's the same equation. Okay, here's where it's different. All right, my second equation, I got to get its y alone. So minus 2x minus 2x, I get negative y is greater than negative 2x plus 1. Then I'm going to have to divide by a negative. And when you divide by a negative, your inequality has to flip. So I got y is less than now 2x minus 1. So go looking for Brad. Take the elevator to the negative first floor. Not there. The monkey says go up 2 over 1. Now, because there's no bar, that means I'm going to connect dotted. So connect your dots with a dotted line. And because it's pointing at y, that means I'm going to shade below, but we should test a point. So I'm going to test 0, 0. 2 times 0 minus 0 is greater than 1. Is 0 greater than 1? No, that's false. So wherever 0, 0 is, which is on this side, I don't want to shade there. I want to shade on the other side. Okay? Now, when you graph 2, I'm still not done. Now you've got to tell me where your final answer is. And your final answer is going to be where the shadings overlap. So that is between this dotted line to that intersection point, and then this solid line, and everything in between. Any points in this purple area are solutions to that system of inequalities. Okay? All right, so you try this one, hit pause, come back when you're ready, and you should get D. Okay, consider the following inequalities. Which choice lists all the inequalities that have graphs with solid boundary lines? Solid boundary lines have to have the or equal to. So no, no, yes, yes. 2 and 4 have solid boundary lines. Okay? All right, try this one. Hit pause. Come back when you're ready. And hopefully you got J. All right, so if I graph this, I want to get y alone. So I'm going to minus 2x, minus 2x. I get negative 4y less than negative 2x plus 8. I got to divide by negative 4. And I get y is, flip it because I divided by a negative. That's going to be 1/2 x minus 2. So I'm going to start at, change colors here, makes it look easier, better. I'm going to start at negative 2, and the slope says go up 1 over 2. No bar means dotted line. And it's eating y, which means I'm going to shade above. But I should test a point. So if I test 0, 0, I have 2 times 0 minus 4 times 0 is less than 8. Is 0 less than 8? No, that's false. So wherever 0, 0 is, which is up here, that's false. So I don't want to shade on that side. I want to shade on the other side, which is, whoa. Whoa. Oh, there's 0. Oh my gosh. Sorry, people. Tired again. 0 is less than 8. That's true. So wherever 0, 0 is where I want to shade. So I'm going to shade above like I thought. Okay, that's why it's J. All right, so some practice problems. It said, should a solid line or a dotted line be used to graph each inequality? You look at the inequality. If there's no bar, that means dotted. Bar means solid. Bar means solid. No bar means dotted. 5. When graphing two inequalities simultaneously, which part of the graph do you shade? You shade where the shadings overlap. Okay. Alrighty, let's look at these two. So on this one, I'm going to get y alone, so I'm going to minus 2x, minus 2x. I get y is greater than or equal to negative 2x plus 4. So I'm going to start at 4. Brad isn't there, so the monkey says go down 2, right 1. Bar means solid. And eating y means above, but I should test a point. I'm going to test 0, 0. So 2 times 0 plus 0 greater than or equal to 4 is 0 greater than or equal to 4. No, that's false. So wherever 0, 0 is, I don't want to shade, which means I shade this side. which like I thought was going to be above. Okay. 7, I'm going to get y alone, so I'm going to add 9x. Add 9x. I get 3y is less than 9x plus 18. Divide by 3 by 3 by 3. Y is less than 3x plus 6. So I'm going to go looking for Brad on the 6th floor. He's not there. The monkey says, go up 3 over 1. No bar means dotted. And pointing at y means I'm going to shade below, but again, I should test a point, any point. I just like 0, 0. So 3 times 0 minus 9 times 0 is less than 18. 0 is less than 18. That's true. So wherever 0, 0 is where I want to shade, which is, like I thought, below the boundary. Okay? All right, so if we try number 8, again, we've got to get y alone. So I'm going to add 3x. Add 3x. I get negative 6y is less than 3x plus 12. Divide by negative 6. I get y is greater, because I divided by a negative, means I have to flip my inequality. This is going to be negative 1/2 x minus 2. So I'm looking for Brad at the negative 2nd floor. Not there. The monkey says down 1, right 2. No bar means dotted. So connect with the dotted line. And eating y suggests above, but I should test a point. If I test 0, 0, I get negative 3 times 0 minus 6 times 0 less than 12. Is 0 less than 12? Yes, that's true. Wherever 0 is, which is above like I thought, I'm going to shade. Okay. Number 9, to get y alone, I'm going to add 18x. Add 18x. I get 2y is less than or equal to 18x plus 9. Divide by 2 by 2 by 2. Y is less than or equal to 9x plus 4.5. So I'm going to go up to the 4.5 floor, and the monkey says, go up 9 over 1. Could I also go down 9 and left 1, because that would still be positive 9, and because I don't have enough room to go up 9. So down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and right 1 would be about right there. Okay, and then bar means solid. And pointing at y means below. But I should test a point. If I test 0, 0, I get negative 18 times 0 plus 2 times 0 less than or equal to 9. Is 0 less than or equal to 9? Yes, that's true. So wherever 0, 0 is, I should shade, which, like I thought, is below. Okay. All right. Try this one. Get y alone. I'm going to minus 2x. Minus 2x. I get negative y is greater than or equal to negative 2x minus 6. Divide by negative 1, divide by negative 1, divide by negative 1. I get y is less than or equal to 2x plus 6. Had to flip because I divided by a negative. So I'm looking for Brad on the 6th floor. Not there, so the monkey says go up to right 1. Bar means connect with a solid line. And pointing at y means shade below, but we should test 0, 0. I'd get 2 times 0 minus 0 greater than or equal to negative 6. Is 0 greater than or equal to a negative? No, that's false. So wherever 0, 0 is, I'm not. Now what did I do? Dang, I'm an idiot. 0 is bigger than a negative. That's true. So wherever 0, 0 is where I shade, which is like I thought. See, I get myself in more trouble testing the stupid point than I do with trusting my direction that the inequality is pointing. Apparently I don't know that 0 is bigger than negatives, or I'm just tired. All right, for 11, we're going to get y alone, so I'm going to minus 8x, minus 8x. I get negative 2y greater than negative 8x plus 12. Divide by negative 2 by negative 2 by negative 2, which will flip my inequality. I get y, I get 4x, and minus 6. So I'm going to start at negative 6 looking for Brad. He's not there. The monkey says go up 1, 2, 3, 4 over 1. The no bar means I'm connecting with dotted. Dot, 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 dot. And then because it's pointing at y, I know I'm going to shade below, but if I test my 0, 0, I have 8 times 0 minus 2 times 0 greater than 12. Is 0 greater than 12? Let me think about that. No, I'm pretty sure this time that's false. So wherever 0, 0 is, I don't want to shade, so I shade the other side, which is below, like I thought. Okay? Alright. Oops. Did I skip one? I did. Alright, 12. Okay, we're going to get y alone, so I'm going to minus 7x, minus 7x. I get 4y less than or equal to a negative 7x minus 14. Divide by 4 by 4 by 4. I get y is less than or equal to negative 7/4 minus, and if you divide that out, you get 3.5. So I'm going to start at negative 3.5, and the monkey says go down 7, right 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4 is going to be about right there. Okay, the bar means I'm going to connect solid. And pointing at y means I'm going to shade below, but I should test 0, 0. 7 times 0 plus 4 times 0 less than or equal to negative 14. Is 0 less than or equal to a negative? No. So that's false. So 0, 0 is there. I shouldn't shade there. I should shade on the other side, which is below like I thought. Oops, sorry. All right, 13. To get y alone, I'm going to minus 3x, minus 3x. I get 8y is greater than or equal to negative 3x plus 18. Divide by 8 by 8 by 8. I get y is greater than or equal to negative 3/8 x plus 2.25 if you divide that out. So I'm going to start at 2.25, and the monkey says go down 3 over 8. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, about right there. All right, bar means connect solid. Try and hit your dots. Rulers are a wonderful invention. And eating y means I'm going to shade above, but let's test 0, 0. So 3 times 0 plus 8 times 0 greater than or equal to 18. Is 0 greater than or equal to 18? No, that's false. So wherever 0, 0 is, I don't want to shade. I want to shade on the other side, which is above, like I thought. Okay? All right, so now we're going to graph each system of inequalities, which just means you have to graph them twice and then shade where the shades overlap. So to get y alone here, I'm going to minus 4x, minus 4x. I get 2y less than negative 4x plus 8. Divide by 2 by 2 by 2. Y is less than negative 2x plus 4. So I'm going to start looking for Brad on the 4th floor. Not there. Monkey says down 2, right 1. No bar means I'm connecting dotted. And pointing at y would mean I shade below, but let's test 0, 0. 4 times 0 plus 2 times 0 less than 8. Is 0 less than 8? Yes, that's true. So wherever 0, 0 is, I'm going to shade, which is below like I thought. Okay, my second equation, we're going to use red. I'm going to get y alone, so add 3x, I get y is greater than or equal to 3x minus 5. So I'm starting to look for Brad on the negative 5th floor. He's not there, so the monkey says up 3 over 1. The bar means connect solid. And eating y means shade above, but again we should test 0, 0. Negative 3 times 0 plus 0 greater than or equal to negative 5. Is 0 greater than or equal to a negative 5? Yes, that's true. So wherever 0, 0 is, I'm going to shade, which is above like I thought. And now your final answer is where the shades overlap. Well, that's between this solid boundary and this dotted boundary. Dang it. And everything in between, because that's where the shadings overlap. So any number, any point in this section will be a solution. Okay? Alright, so if we do this one, alright, I got to get y alone. So I'm going to minus 2x minus 2x. I get 2y is greater than or equal to negative 2x plus 3. Divide by 2 by 2 by 2. I get y is greater than or equal to negative 1x plus 1.5. So I'm going to start at 1.5. And the monkey says, go down 1, right 1. The bar means I'm going to connect solid. So connect solid. And eating y would suggest shading above, but let's test 0, 0. So 2 times 0 plus 2 times 0 greater than or equal to 3. 0 is not greater than 3, so wherever 0, 0 is false, which I shade on the other side, which is above like I thought. Okay, so if we graph the other one, get y alone, I'm going to add 6x. Add 6x, I get 3y is less than 6x plus 9. Divide by 3, divide by 3, divide by 3. I get y is less than 2x plus 3. There's M, there's B, so I'm starting to look on the 3rd floor. No Brad, so monkey says up 2, right 1. No bar means I'm connecting dotted. Dang it, sorry. And pointing at y means I'm going to shade below, but I should test 0, 0. Negative 6 times 0 plus 3 times 0 is less than 9. 0 is not less than 9, so that's false. So wherever 0, 0 is, I shouldn't shade. Oh my goodness, 0 is less than 9. Wow, true. So wherever 0, 0 is, I should shade, which is below. And then my final solutions, or my solution set, or region I should say, is where the purple and blue overlap. And that's between this solid boundary, this dotted boundary, and everything in that region. Okay? Alright, so if we try this one, alright, to get y alone on the first one, I'm going to minus x, so y is less than negative at 1x, if you will, plus 6. So I'm looking for Brad on the 6th floor, not there, so the monkey says down 1, right 1. No bar means I'm connecting dotted, so dot, 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 dot. Pointing at y means I'm going to shade below, but I should test a point. So test 0, 0, and I get 0 plus 0 is less than 6. 0 is less than 6. Think about that. Apparently I've been screwing that up a lot. That's true. So wherever 0, 0 is, I'm going to shade, which is below like I thought. Okay, so now get y alone on the other one. So I'm going to minus x. I get negative 2y is less than or equal to negative x minus 3. Divide by negative 2, which is going to flip my inequality. That cancels. Y, negative 1 divided by negative 2 is positive 1/2 x. Negative 3 divided by negative 2 is positive 1.5. So I'm going to look for Brad at 1.5. Not there. The monkey says go up 1 over 2. Bar means connect solid. So bloop, bloop. And eating Y suggests shading above, but I should test 0, 0. 0 minus 2 times 0 is less than or equal to negative 3. Is 0 less than or equal to negative 3? No, that is false. So I don't want to shade where 0, 0 is. I want the other side, which is above like I thought. So shade. And then get where your shades overlap, which in this case is going to be between this dotted and this solid and everything in between. Yeah. Sorry, I was looking at my paper and I messed that up. Okay, so 17. All right, if I get y alone on the first one, I'm going to add 3x, add 3x. I get 6y is greater than or equal to 3x minus 18. Divide by 6, divide by 6, divide by 6. I get y is greater than or equal to 1/2 x minus 3. So I'm going to start at negative 3. And the monkey says go up 1 over 2. The bar means connect solid. Eating y means shade above, but I should test 0, 0. Negative 3 times 0 plus 6 times 0 greater than or equal to negative 18. Is 0 greater than or equal to negative 18? Yes, so that's true. So wherever 0, 0 is, I shade, which is above like I thought. Sorry. Okay, so now if I graph the second one, to get y alone, I'm going to minus 7x, minus 7x. I get negative 7y less than negative 7x minus 7. Divide by negative 7, which is going to flip my inequality and give me x plus 1. So I'm going to start at positive 1. And the monkey says go up 1, right 1. No bar means connect dotted. So dot, 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 dot. And eating y would shade above, but I should test 0, 0. So 7 times 0 minus 7 times 0 less than negative 7. Is 0 less than negative 7? No. 0 is... Wait a sec, I gotta go back up here. 0 less than negative 7. No, that's false. So wherever 0, 0 is, I shouldn't shade, which is below, which means I need to shade above. Yeah, that one was really close. So if I shade above the green, this is a big area of solution. Okay, so what that looks like then in the end is, I want where it overlaps, which is from this blue, right there's your intersection point. So it's this solid, this dotted, and all of this in between. Forever and ever and ever. Okay? Alright, so on 18, to get y alone, on the first one, I'm going to minus 2x minus 2x. I get negative 5y is greater than negative 2x plus 10. Divide by negative 5 by negative 5 by negative 5. that's going to flip it. So y is less than 2/5 x minus 2. So I'm going to start at negative 2. The monkey says go up 2 over 5. No bar means connect dotted. So dot, 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 dot. Pointing at y suggests shading below, but I'm going to test 0, 0. So 2 times 0 minus 5 times 0 is 0 greater than 10. No, that's false. So I'm not going to shade where 0, 0 is, which means I'm shading below, which is what I thought. And the first one's done. So now if I graph the second one, get y alone, I'm going to minus 6x, minus 6x. I get negative 2y greater than or equal to negative 6x plus 6. Divide by negative 2, by negative 2, by negative 2, which will flip your inequality. And I got y less than or equal to 3x minus 3. So I'm going to start at negative 3, and I'm going to go up 3 over 1. Bar means connect solid. And pointing at y suggests shading below, but I should test 0, 0. So 6 times 0 minus 2 times 0 greater than or equal to 6. Is 0 greater than or equal to 6? No, that's false. So I'm not going to shade where 0, 0 is. I'm going to shade the other side, which is below like I thought. And now my solution is where those shadings overlap, which is this solid, this dotted, and everything in this section, in that region. Okay? Alright, so if we do this one, to get y alone, I'm going to add 8x, I get negative 4y is less than 8x minus 16, divide by negative 4 by negative 4 by negative 4, that's going to flip it, I get negative 2x plus 4, so I'm going to start at 4, I'm going to go down 2, right 1, no bar means connect dotted, so dot, 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 dot. Eating y suggests shading above, but I should test 0, 0. Negative 8 times 0 minus 4 times 0 less than negative 16. Is 0 less than negative 16? No, that's false. So I don't want to shade where 0, 0 is. I want to shade the other side, which is above like I thought. So I'm going to graph the second one. To get y alone, I'm going to minus 4x, I get negative 2y is less than or equal to negative 4x plus 8. Divide by negative 2 by negative 2 by negative 2, I get y is greater than or equal to 2x minus 4. So I'm starting at negative 4. Monkey says, go up 2, right 1. Bar means I'm going to connect solid, and eating y suggests that I'm going to shade above, but I'm going to test 0, 0. So I'm going to have 4 times 0 minus 2 times 0 less than or equal to 8. Is 0 less than or equal to 8? Yes, that's true. 0, 0 is above, so that's where I'm going to shade, which is what I thought. And my now solutions is everything between this solid, this dotted, dang it, and all of this region in between. Okay? Dang, it's jumping around. All right, number 20. To get y alone, I'm going to add 4x, I get negative y is less than 4x minus 2. Divide by negative 1 by negative 1 by negative 1, which is going to flip my inequality and give me y is greater than negative 4x plus 2. So I'm going to start on the second floor. Monkey says go down 4 over 1. No bar means connect dotted. So dot, 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 dot. Eating y suggests I'm going to shade above, but I'm going to test 0, 0. So I have negative 4 times 0 minus 0 less than negative 2. Is 0 less than a negative? No, that's false. So I'm not shading below, I'm shading above like I thought. Graph the second one. Get y alone, so I'm going to have to add 4.5x. And I get negative 3y less than or equal to 4.5x minus 9. Hold on just a second. Alright, we're back. Darn it. Alright, so to get y alone, I'm going to divide by negative 3, divide by negative 3, divide by negative 3, which will flip my inequality. So I have y greater than or equal to. And when I typed 4.5 divided by negative 3, it comes out negative 1.5, which is negative 3 halves x plus 3. So I'm going to start at positive 3, and I'm going to go down through.
Frank Romero, please report to the media center. Frank, would you please help Mr. Center Charles in the media center?
Sorry. So I'm going to go down 3 and over 2. The bar means I'm going to connect solid. So connect. And then eating y is going to suggest shading above. But if I test 0, 0, I'm going to have negative 4.5 times 0 minus 3 times 0 less than or equal to negative 9. Is 0 less than or equal to negative 9? No, that's false. So I don't shade where 0, 0 is. I'm going to shade above. And where they overlap then is going to be between this dotted and this solid and all of this stuff over here in this region. Okay. Alright, so try this one, hit pause, come back when you're ready. And hopefully you got 213. It says, which is not a solution of the inequality? You have a couple choices here. You can graph it and see where these are. You could do it algebraically. You could plug in these ordered pairs and see which ones come out true. I think I'm going to do substitution. So if I try 0, 0, 2 times 0 minus 6 times 0 less than or equal to 13. Is 0 less than or equal to 13? Yes, so that is a solution. If I try 2, 4, I'm going to have 2 times 4 minus 6 times 2 less than or equal to 13. That's 8 minus 12. That's negative 4. That's true, so it's a solution. 1, 6, so 2 times 6 minus 6 times 1 less than or equal to 13. That's 12 minus 6 is 6. That's less than or equal to 13, so true. 2, 13, I have 2 times 13 minus 6 times 2 less than or equal to 13. That would be 26 minus 12 is less than or equal to 13. And that would be 14 is less than or equal to 13, which is false. So that's not in the solution. Okay, try this one, hit pause, come back when you're ready. And hopefully you got H. Okay, the way I do this is I see my x-intercept is at 4, 0. My y-intercept is at 0, negative 3. My y-intercept is my b, so b equals negative 3. All I need is a slope and I can make an equation. So y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1 gives me negative 3 over negative 4, which gives me a slope of 3/4. So write my equation. I have y, they shaded below, so that's going to be pointing at y. It's solid, so I need a bar. My slope is 3/4 x. My y-intercept is minus 3. Now that answer isn't there because they're in standard form, not slope-intercept form. So convert. I'm going to kill the fraction and move x over. So I'm going to multiply by 4. Gives me 4y less than or equal to 3x minus 12 minus 3x minus 3x. I get negative 3x plus 4y less than or equal to negative 12. Now, I'm looking at all my x's and none of them are negative. So that's a problem. So I don't want mine negative. So divide by negative, negative, negative. And I get 3x, positive 3x, negative 4y. Flip the inequality because I divided by a negative. And that's positive 12, which gives me h. Okay, try this one. Hit pause. Come back when you're ready. And hopefully you got A. Alright, so what I did was, for my solid line here, I'll do that in red, I have a y-intercept of 0, 5, which makes b equal 5. I have an x-intercept of 4, 0. So I need a slope, which is going to be y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. That's going to be negative 5/4. So writing an equation, I have y greater than, it's because it's shaded above, or equal to, because it's solid, negative 5/4 x plus 5. Again, they're in standard form, so kill the fraction, move the x, multiply everything by 4. I get 4y greater than or equal to negative 5x plus 20. Then move my 5x over, so add 5x, I get 5x plus 4y is greater than or equal to 20. So if I look for that equation, okay, they wrote it backwards, but there's 5x plus 4y greater than or equal to 20. That one works. This one does not. That's not 5x. This has a negative 5x. This has a negative 4x and a positive 5y. Again, this has a positive 5x but a negative 4y. So this, I don't even have to check the other one. It's got to be that one. Okay, try this one. Hit pause. Come back when you're ready. And hopefully you got F. So to graph this, I need to get y alone. So I'm going to add 2x, add 2x. I get 5y is less than or equal to 2x plus 10. Divide by 5 by 5 by 5. Y is less than or equal to 2/5 x plus 2. So I'm going to start looking for Brad on the second floor. He's not there. The monkey says go up 2 over 5. Bar means solid. Pointing means below, but I'll test 0, 0. Negative 2 times 0 plus 5 times 0 less than or equal to 10. 0 is less than or equal to 10, so that's true, which means that's where I shade, which is what I thought, below, which matches F. Alright, try this one. Hit pause. Come back when you're ready. And hopefully you got B. So my first equation, 8x minus 6y greater than or equal to negative 24, minus 8x, negative 6y greater than or equal to negative 8x minus 24, divide by negative 6, which will flip my inequality, and I got y is less than, reduce, and I'm going to get 4/3 x plus 4. So I'm going to start at 4, and I'm going to go up 4 and over 3. And the bar means I'm going to connect solid, and pointing at y means I'm going to shade below. Okay, yes, I should test a point. If I test 0, 0, I get 8 times 0 minus 6 times 0 greater than or equal to negative 24. 0 is greater than a negative, so that's true, so I shade where 0, 0 is. shade. All right, my second equation, I'm going to get y alone, so I'm going to add 14x, that gives me negative 7y is less than 14x minus 28, divide by negative 7, which will flip my inequality, and give me y is greater than negative 2x plus 4. So I'm going to start at 4 on that, and the monkey says go down 2 over 1. No bar means connect dotted. Eating y means shade above, or test your 0, 0. Negative 14 times 0 minus 7 times 0 less than negative 28. Is 0 less than a negative 28? No, it is not. That's false, so don't shade where 0 is. Shade above like I thought. And my solution then would be where there's both red and blue. All right, and we are done, and I will see you next time for day 5.